Vizard just arrived in my workflow, and honestly, it is doing something genuinely magical for creators who are sitting on a mountain of long-form footage. If you have ever stared at a 2-hour interview or a long recorded live stream and thought there had to be juicy bits hidden in there, then this is the tool for you. Vizard is the smart assistant that finds those perfect moments and instantly turns them into ready-to-post content for your audience. Let me walk you through everything I have been geeking out over regarding the technical and practical sides of this platform. First, the auto-editing feature for viral clips is the main thing that made me stop what I was doing and take notice. Vizard does not just chop your video into random slices, it deeply analyzes long footage to find emotional spikes and punchlines. It identifies the conversational beats that historically perform well and compiles them into tight clips that feel like they were edited by a professional human. I have tested other tools where the automated editing felt robotic or trimmed right in the middle of a sentence. With Vizard, clips consistently land at the exact second someone drops a hot take, laughs, or reveals a major plot twist. That is what truly defines social native content: precise timing and engaging context. Speed is another critical factor, because we all remember waiting ages for renders, while our creative inspiration slowly cools off. Vizard's pipeline is incredibly fast, processing long-form footage and outputting multiple variants in a fraction of the time. That means you can iterate, try a different thumbnail, or test 2 hooks without feeling like you lost an entire afternoon. For creators trying to maintain a daily posting cadence, that time-saving compounds into real, measurable growth. But it is not just about speed, as the contextual intelligence behind the clip selection is what really sets it apart. Vizard understands cadence, speech emphasis, and even camera cues like zoom-ins and reaction shots during your video. When it makes a short clip from a heart-to-heart conversation, the cut preserves the emotional arc perfectly. That structural awareness is exactly what makes these generated clips feel intentional, rather than just machine-stitched. Now let's talk about automation that actually feels helpful, specifically the auto-schedule feature. If you have ever written a whole week's worth of content and then forgotten to post them when engagement mattered, you know the pain. With Vizard's auto-schedule, you set the frequency and preferred time windows, and it handles the heavy lifting for you. It is not a rigid system. It considers your audience's habits to ensure your content hits when people are actually watching. This is huge for solo creators who want to scale their output without needing to hire an expensive social manager. The content calendar is where all that magic becomes truly manageable. Instead of relying on scattered notes or a stack of spreadsheets, Vizard gives you a single pane to schedule and publish across platforms. Do you want to switch a clip to a different platform because it is trending that way? Just drag, drop, and change the caption. Want to resurface a clip that performed well last month? You can pin it, reschedule it, and the AI will even recommend the optimal timing. Now, I want to be transparent. There are limitations and quirky artifacts that still require a human eye. For example, Vizard sometimes struggles with text fidelity when converting long-shot overlays, so the captions might need minor edits. When 2 speakers talk over each other, the selector occasionally picks the less exciting line of dialogue. But compared to manually hunting through hours of footage, these are tiny annoyances that you can fix in a quick pass. The time you save finding the core moments makes these minor trade-offs absolutely worth it. I have tested a few other tools, and many either require too much manual direction or charge premium prices for basic automation. Vizard sits in the sweet spot. It is affordable, incredibly fast, and truly editor intelligent. Imagine you have a 1-hour podcast that needs to be broken down. The traditional workflow is a full-day job involving downloading, scrubbing, editing audio, and formatting for different platforms. With Vizard, you upload the episode and it automatically generates a batch of highlight clips and suggests hooks and thumbnails. You still review and finalize the content as the creative director, but Vizard handles the boring grunt work. That is exactly why it acts as such a huge productivity multiplier for creators who want to post consistently without burning out. Another thing I love is that the tool is surprisingly good at preserving continuity across all your clips. If you extract several moments from the same interview, Vizard keeps the visual and audio coherence in mind. This helps build a cohesive content series that strengthens your overall brand identity. Customization is also improving, as you can teach the AI your personal style by approving certain edits and rejecting others. Over time, it learns your specific preferences, whether you like tighter cuts or more reaction shots. That level of personalization makes the tool feel like a real assistant that understands your voice. Of course, there are features that could always be improved, like automated caption accuracy for audio with heavy background noise. While Vizard suggests thumbnails and captions, the creative punch still comes from your own human intuition. I would much rather have a smart, AI-driven starting point than stare at a completely blank editor window. Vizard offers a tiered approach that gives small creators access to key automations without forcing a massive team subscription. That is a big deal because many creators are bootstrapped and need something that grows with them. A quick note on compatibility. Vizard exports in formats optimized for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. That means fewer manual re-exports and fewer headaches when you are juggling multiple social platforms. For the creators who love to tinker, Vizard isn't a black box because you can dive into each clip and change the music or edit the cuts. The goal is not to lock you into a one-size-fits-all workflow, but to handle the heavy lifting so you can flex your creative muscle. I have found the ideal flow is to let Vizard surface the candidate clips, pick the best ones, and then let the scheduler drip them out. The real power comes when you pair Vizard's automation with your own thoughtful content strategy. If you map out your themes, Vizard helps you populate that calendar quickly while you test which hooks work best. The AI gives you the speed, and your unique strategy gives you the direction. Bottom line, if you are sitting on hour-long interviews or course lectures and want to scale without hiring a team, Vizard is a game changer. It finds the good parts, polishes them, schedules them, and helps you stay consistent across all your channels. It is not perfect, but it turns a tedious, exhausting process into something that is manageable, fast, and actually kind of fun. If you want to spend less time scrubbing through footage and more time making new ideas, Vizard is absolutely worth a test drive. Go try it on one of your long videos today, and I bet you will be surprised how many great clips you have been sitting on.